What is up, everybody? It's your boy Flash, aka Malachi36 from ALWT Gaming. You guys see the logos right there. You guys see the sacred symbols. You already know what time it is. But before we go and talk about that, it's the 9-ball. How are you doing today, good sir?
I'm doing better. I'm back at home, so that's a plus. It was busy today.
Heard that. Heard that. Yeah, and right now, like as you guys can see, it's about to be the PlayStation event, all that good stuff. Where's your hype level at right now, 9-ball?
Pretty high. I want to see what shows up in this.
Heard that.
Can't wait.
And then, of course, with our trio in here, we got Mildewy, Carrot. How you doing, good sir?
I'm doing fine and dandy. Not like cotton candy, because I can't have that anymore, so I gotta find something that rhymes with that. But we'll get there.
And I know you're excited because you're sacrificing your rice for the showcase. So, yeah.
Yes, I'm cooking food. I know. How dare I not order Chinese food and just go with that? You know, how dare I make my own?
Yeah. I'm going to actually bring up the volume a little bit. There we go. So that way you guys have a little background noise on that. Ladies and gentlemen, again, this is our ALWT Gaming reacts to this September showcase. A lot of people were not expecting this showcase to happen since it's so late inside the year, and also because, again, pandemic, all that good stuff. They missed the E3 window. They missed the Summerfest games. I can't remember the way that Jeff Keighley has it, but we missed it. And then it was nothing in June, nothing in July. It didn't look like that nothing in August. Didn't look like that we were going to get a PlayStation showcase, and now here we have it, the E3 level showcase. As you guys can see right there, beautifully in the background. We, this past Tuesday, had made some predictions. I'm going to go over that with you guys real quick.
I actually brought my list back up just like market.
There you go. So what we did on Tuesday, if you guys were watching on All Things Gaming, by the way, if you guys haven't checked this out, make sure you guys go to www.twitch.tv/ALWT Gaming. You guys can check out stuff there. We do stuff every Tuesday, All Things Gaming. We talk about video game news, updates, our likes or dislikes, the whole nine. We just kind of nerd out with you guys for about an hour and a half, 2 hours sometimes.
Someone just seriously just put Fortnite 2 in here.
They did. Someone also put Fall Guys 2 as well. And if you guys
I saw Minecraft 2 as well. I'm like, Minecraft has been updating itself. It did an update like a couple of months ago, guys. Like, they ain't gonna do it 2 until they're like dead and gone and mod community is fully taken over.
Now, if you guys are curious of what they're talking about, they are referring to the chat that's on the PlayStation page itself, which you guys cannot see because right now we just have the video showing. But some of the picks what we had over the this past Tuesday, we had 3 more than likely we're going to see at the showcase today, and then we had 2 just Gatorade hype moments. Like these will be awesome if we see it. We're not expecting them to be there, but if they are, that'd be fantastic. And then we also had a bonus. How this is going to work for every prediction that's on your line that you have correct, you're going to get a point. If you get the bonus correct, or even close, you're getting 10 points automatically, because that bonus is like super far-fetched. Here's what's on my list. I think we're going to see another look at Kena Bridge of Spirits, since that's coming out this month. My second one is I think we're going to have a God of War Ragnarok reveal. We're going to have gameplay, no confirmed release date. My third one is a PlayStation Game Pass counterpart / answer, since Jim Ryan was talking about that last November. One of my Gatorade hype moments is Final Fantasy Remake Part 2 reveal. No release date, and they're going to announce that's a PS5 exclusive. I also think that we're going to see a Bloodborne 2 reveal trailer. No gameplay, no official release date. I know what that's doing to you.
You haven't kept up on that universe at all, so I don't know where you threw that one, but
hey, I'm just swinging for the fence. And my bonus is that we're going to see...
and the pitcher didn't even wind up.
And my bonus is a Dragon Age 4 announcement gameplay trailer release year. That's what I believe. That's what my list is looking like. It's the 9-balls list. Yeah. This 9-balls list is Horizon Forbidden West. We're going to see some more gameplay, maybe some interviews and behind the scenes. We're going to see Stray gameplay release date. We're going to have more definitive storage expansions. So, like, again, SSD storage, all that good stuff. His Gatorade hype moment is a Silent Hill remake, which that could be a trailer or just a song. We're going to have no release date on that. And then his other Gatorade hype moment is a Ghost of Tsushima 2, announcement only / trailer, no release date, PS5 only. And then his bonus is Dead Space Remake gameplay release date. That's all for It's the 9-Ball. And lastly, but certainly not leastly, it's Mildewy Carrot with God of War Ragnarok gameplay teaser, no release date. So very similar to my number 2 on that one, but he beat me to it as number 1. GT7 gameplay release date. We have a release year, but not release date yet. Gameplay for The Last of Us 2 Factions, possible trailer, no release date. His Gatorade hype moment is Metal Gear Solid Remake by Bluepoint, trailer, no release date. His other Gatorade hype moment is Spider-Man 2 teaser trailer, no release date, PS5 only single player. And his bonus is a Mass Effect 4 announcement trailer, no release date. So, now that we had a couple days to think about it and sit on it, how does everyone feel about their lists for their picks for today?
I think we need to add in for that MGS remake, possible acquisition of the studio by Sony.
Did you want to add that in there? Is it based on the time for last minute changes? You got 5 minutes.
I want to so badly, but I kind of want to leave that up in the air because it's not, as far as I've heard, nothing's been fully confirmed yet for that. So I'm on the fence with that one. That one could go either way.
I feel like that's a smart move to leave it off, because normally acquisition announcements are not inside of a showcase. They're inside like a blog post.
Yeah, normally. Now, they could call it like with a recent partnership with it and then go into an acquisition later. But I'm not sure on it. Like the whole thing is like so up in the air that it's just, I don't know. Right. So I'm gonna leave that one off. But that, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if we saw that in there. But yeah. I just gotta say, Ghost of Tsushima 2 9-Ball right after Iki dropped?
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah. Hey, I'm all in that dream. I am all for that dream. I'm gonna shut my door so that way I'm not too loud and you guys can.
He's like 10K on all marks there up in the betting pools. Like, let's go.
I told you, go big or go home.
That was good.
My chips, so when I put that one, I just put all the chips in, just slide them all in there. We're good. We're good on that.
You had the worst thing possible. He's like, put it in there.
He's like, all in.
That was bad as freaking Malachi up here.
That is my heart of the cards moment right there.
It's better. I definitely say this. It's better than Malachi's pick of Bloodborne 2. Good lord, man. As much as I would love to see something come out of that world again, the way they ended that is just, you would have to do a new IP fully. You could do it in the world, kind of like what they did with Mass Effect Andromeda, where it's part of the same universe, but it's a completely separate story. But you would not be able to call it like Bloodborne 2, I feel. And I don't think they could do one after. If they do one, it means someone else bought the rights, and I highly doubt anyone's bought any rights to that anytime soon. I have not heard anything on that one.
We'll see.
I would love something, like I said, I would love something from that universe. That universe was fantastic. The trick weapons, beautiful weapons. Loved it. Would love to see more or something else with it. But
wait. Alright, never mind. I was trying to listen to the background because last time they did that, Blessing from Kind of Funny. It was supposed to say Blessing from Kind of Funny Games had went ahead and made a prediction out there that he didn't really think about. But then at the end of the day, at the end of the showcase, it was a God of War reveal. So he ended up calling it somehow.
Just based on background music?
Yeah, based on background music. And now granted, he's like halfway kidding. But the other half, he was just like, hey, this sounds like the possible score to God of War. Anybody? And at the end of the showcase, it was it. Dead on.
Yeah.
So I was trying to see if I could do the same thing.
Really?
But this is not.
9-Ball, are you still watching the
chat?
5 chat? Did you see that? Did you see the BOTW2?
Yeah.
Someone threw a Breath of the Wild 2 in here. I'm like, are you kidding me?
A lot of trolls in chat.
Oh, don't even.
Bubsy 4D.
Someone just threw in Cyberpunk 2.
Someone earlier said Cyberpunk 2078.
Bubsy 4D.
Somebody also said Knack 3, that's more possible than the other two that we just mentioned, but
Twisted Metal. I forgot all about that.
I've been hearing a lot of people talk about Twisted Metal lately, so I don't know. Like at first, I was just like, "Oh, this is a troll," but I'm seeing that a lot more. So I'm wondering. But anyone that's tuning in again right now, time is.
Holy shit! Someone actually just mentioned Bloodborne 2 in here.
There's been a couple of those. There's been a couple of those actually. But anyone that's currently watching right now, the time is 3:59 Eastern Standard Time. We're about to start in 1 minute with the PlayStation showcase. Make sure you guys are following us on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Just type in ALWC Gaming. You should be able to find us that way. On YouTube, you might have to type in At Least We Tried Gaming, because At Least We Tried if you can't find us with ALWC Gaming. We do have a website, www.alwcgaming.com. And of course, you guys can get your Raise Energy drinks with a discount of 15% off if you type in ALWT Gaming at checkout. Make sure you guys are doing that if you guys like your energy drinks.
Killzone. Ain't seen that one.
Cyberpunk 2.
Killzone's dead. It's not coming back. Killzone's dead.
I've seen a lot of people wanting Bloodborne PS5 version, Bloodborne 2, which, like I said, I would love to have it.
Isn't Bloodborne on PC?
What?
Isn't Bloodborne on PC, or is it not?
No, Bloodborne. They want Bloodborne on PS5.
Well, I was about to say, I saw
it's on the.
I don't think it's on.
It's on the 5 collection thing.
Yeah, it's on the 5 collection. Right. But I saw somebody earlier saying that they want a PC port for Bloodborne. I was like, isn't Bloodborne already on PC?
No,
it's not.
Huh?
It was console made only. Dark Souls did.
So literally, Bloodborne has this much popularity only being on one is it on Xbox? It's not on Xbox, is it?
Don't think so.
So it has this much popularity being just on.
Dude, Dark Souls universe has such a cult fan.
Dark Souls has a huge cult fan following.
Yeah, it is like one of the highest ones. Like, well, I don't know the true numbers, but it's definitely one of the higher ones out there. Like, it is deep, and it's got good lore for the worlds too, man. Like, that's why I've been trying to get you into playing it. It's like, even though it's kind of like scary-ish, it's good.
The scariest is not the difficult. Like, I can get into Dark Souls and Demon Souls and stuff like that. That's on a different level than Dying Light. Dying Light is one that I have to play with friends. I can't play that by myself. Guys, here we go.
I think we really need to
go. Let's see.
Just for one round.
There we go.
Gameplay capture from PS5 system. Let's see what they're starting off with. Mature content not suitable for audience. That means Nightball. Close your eyes. This is Battlefield. Black and white. All the buildings are black and white.
Yes.
Huh.
It's Cyberpunk.
Cyberpunk 2. Did I just see Pac-Man symbols on there?
It's like chess.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Bishop.
What is going on here?
I think it's some sort of mishmash to, like, get you about gameplay.
They said the gameplay captured. They said gameplay.
But all stunts right now are performed by live people, so I don't think we're at the gameplay yet.
So
yeah, I think this is just an intro.
Yeah, I mean, I figured that this was real people, but I was like, where's the part of the gameplay?
I think we'll get to that soon. I'm wondering if we're seeing some mentions here of like what we're gonna see, like something maybe GTA, Saints Row-ish.
Like,
I feel like this is more
Rainbow Six.
I don't think Rainbow Six would have this type
Siege?
of energy.
Yeah, the Siege stuff.
I don't think I could be wrong, but I don't think Rainbow Six has this type of energy. Like, this is a little too weird for Rainbow.
I don't think this is a game at all.
No, it's not. But I'm wondering if it's got like some relation to the games they're gonna show.
Huh.
A pawn can take a king.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, look! Horizon. Play has no limits.
Oh, is okay.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I figured it wasn't something really. I think it's something related to the.
I was about to say, if you're watching on your own, you're a little ahead of us. Just a heads up.
Ow. I'm watching it live, so
yeah. I'm watching. We're watching it live too, as well. But on this one, it looks like you might be a little ahead of us. Because I'm on the actual PlayStation. Jim Ryan, here we go.
Yeah, Jim Ryan just showed up.
Yeah, I already got him for a little minute.
At PlayStation, we believe in pushing boundaries and setting the benchmark for creativity and excellence in entertainment. We always love the opportunity to speak directly with our community. The new technology in PS5 enables development teams to build more exciting,
beautiful,
immersive,
Aloy,
compelling worlds, showcasing their creative
Ratchet,
storytellers. We've never been more
Ghost,
for the PlayStation community. So
Eternal.
thank you for allowing us time to share some significant updates and brand new content. So without
significant.
further ado, let's look at some new and amazing games.
New and amazing games. Maybe a new IP. We might be getting a new IP.
Right now, I'm a bit behind.
Lucasfilms. Lucasfilms. Doesn't Xbox own them?
No,
Lucasfilms is their own.
I thought. Well, I thought they recently had bought.
No, Disney, I think, got Lucasfilms.
That was Disney.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the Star Wars 1313. No, it's the remake.
It's gotta
KOTOR.
be. It's gotta be.
Darth Revan. Yep.
Oh, snap!
Darth Revan.
They must be stopped.
That's a weird.
Knights of the Old Republic. Darth Revan.
Did not see that coming.
They
don't
needed
think
to
anyone
remake
did.
that.
I did not see that coming. I will be honest.
They needed to remake that.
Allegedly
I'm happy with that, though. I'm happy with that.
Yes,
I've
I
got
will
the
take
Xbox
that.
version still.
Interesting.
I will take that.
I'm wondering if they're going to keep the same game mechanics.
Probably update them.
I would hope they update the story too, because that story is old as hell. It's so linear
Yeah.
too.
Barely Levu inside the chat just says, "Holy crap! You're just starting off the gate with Coder." What's this? What is this?
Oh, this is I think I know this one. I think I've got it on my PlayStation, on my Steam account. I feel
Where'd I
like.
seen this from?
Yeah, on my Steam account. Oh shit! Let me go to it. Steam, where'd you go? It's like a single player, if I remember right.
Yeah, it looks single player.
I don't see Levo in the chat. Is he in the?
It's the group chat, like offline.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I'm looking at here. I'm like, where is this?
Yeah,
Where is that boy?
What is this?
Work.
하늘에 계신 어머니시여,
Our mother in heaven,
저희는 지구를
our attempt to guard the earth with no avail.
적들을 물리치고 인류를 구원하려는 신성한 임무를 다하지 못하였습니다. 하지만 이제 저희가 다시 내려와 목숨 끝까지 바쳐 싸울 것을 맹세하오. 저희의 죄를 사하여 주시고 저희를 거두어 주시고 저희를 유혹에 빠지지 않게 하소서. 지하 시설, 방공호 같은 건가?
여긴 지하철역이야. 사람들을 태우고 거미줄처럼 도시를 누비던 교통수단이지. 뭐 다 지난 얘기지만 말이야. 잠깐 이거. 네이티브가 시체에 기생하고 있다니. 매복이야.
Star Ocean.
그날 이후 지성의 도시들이 모두 예비처럼 폐허가 됐어. 잘나신 분들은 우주로 달아나.
There's a few moments in here that do remind me of Final Fantasy VII Remake. But then there's a lot that I'm like, I have no idea what this is. I mean, obviously it's not Final Fantasy VII Remake, but...
Reminds me of a lot of hack and slash games I played.
It has like a look of kind of like, what is that?
Bayonetta?
Bright Eternity.
I was gonna say Bayonetta definitely kind of has a feel here. Trying to remember.
Right? Oh, got him.
Ooh, that was kind of dope. Ugh! That looked painful. She has a different outfit.
뭐 살살 가고 놀았지.
They're showing a lot of stuff about this game.
What is this?
I don't know.
I feel like
They got real-time action.
Warren, I've seen this game before, but I'm drawing a blank here.
Maybe it's...
I don't know. If
I am
this-
liking it though.
Yeah, I was about to say, I won't be surprised if this game isn't out, like, at all, because they're showing so much of it right now. And I feel like if this is going to be, like, original on PC and it's coming to PS5, they wouldn't show this much.
It reminded me of something, but I'm not, like I said, I'm not sure if it is, but it feels like it.
Project Eve.
Huh?
당신이 왜 이곳에?
I don't even think this, yeah, I don't think this is because it's Project Eve, so that may not even be the real name, since that's Project
I
in there.
just think I just seen this.
Eve shift up.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh, look.
That was a lot of 2K. That was a lot of information, Gearbox.
Oh, Tiny Tina.
Yep.
Darkness washes
Yep.
over me.
I could have sworn I've seen it, or something similar to it.
The Dragon Lord has returned.
Who's all excited for Tiny Tina?
I gotta
Oh, me.
play.
Who doesn't love Tina?
It's you, baby.
Oh, let me mute it real fast because of the.
Yeah, that's straight baby metal. I can't.
Oh my god. This is gonna be fun.
That's very interesting.
Oh, it's almost got Bioshock controls in a way, it seems like. When they use the ability and the weapon at the same hand.
Yeah, yeah. I think they also.
Yep, give me chocolate.
Wow. They also got the Ghostwire Tokyo type stuff going on.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh my god, I cannot wait for this game.
That bow and arrow looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
I wonder if they're only gonna have like a X number of classes, like range, like they did before, like the 4 classes.
Probably.
If it's gonna be assigned to the, or if they're gonna have like a couple you could choose from. The loot for Bard.
Stop.
Yes.
Alright, let's go read the. There we go.
All right, trailer.
March 25th,
This ain't
2022.
no super duper hero movie.
Oh damn.
Did we have a release date for that before?
Nope. Oh, I cannot wait for that. Tiny Tina is one of my favorites.
So we're 12 minutes in and we've seen 3 games. Square Enix.
Oh, could this be Final Fantasy 16?
No, it's Luminous. So this is going to be, Project
Pretty big deal.
Forspoken. That's what this is. I'm actually very excited about this.
Homer. I promise we'll go somewhere that loves cats.
The hotel.
No more fights.
I don't like that they keep on having someone humming in the background. There we go. Alright, cool. I think we're good. So she got transported to another world. That's crazy.
Siska Flone.
Oh my god, such an old anime that I own, and such a good one too.
Vision of Siska Flone.
I mean, you get to other stuff, you know. Of course, she's got that bracelet on her arm.
Wait, stop! Stop!
Expelliarmus.
All right, no, not Harry Potter. Escaflowne.
I'm actually pretty excited about this game.
This is the first I'm hearing of this one.
Yeah.
No,
never
no,
seen much of it.
no, you guys saw it was originally named Project Athia last year.
Oh, okay.
That's what.
Oh,
This
is that what this is?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. Project Athia was just a placeholder name, but it's called Forspoken. So that that's what this is.
So let me get this straight. I'm somewhere that's not what I would call Earth. I'm seeing freaking dragons, and oh yeah, I'm talking to a cop. Did I just do that?
That was funny.
I just moved it with my freaking mind.
Hey, bro, this I think this moved a little higher on my list now.
yeah.
I'll probably
Her
find
her
out.
commentary was really funny on that just now. It's like, did I just do that?
Oh, that's too far. Good to know there's a line.
Move it with my freaking mind.
La Lanza.
This is I think this moved up a little higher.
You're the one that's planning on facing
Definitely
off with
seems
Sila.
very interesting.
Tanta Sila is the strongest and most formidable of all the Tantas. You will be doing our land a
Ooh,
great service by
almost
killing her.
free roaming-ish.
Bro, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm actually pretty excited about this.
Okay, now that I'm seeing all this, hell yeah.
Frey. No
Forspoken.
name for a demon.
All right.
I am the one you seek. The one and only Tanta Sila.
Spring 2022. Interesting.
Okay, way to end it with you getting your ass
Rainbow
clapped.
is our shield against the worst global threats
probably-
imaginable.
G- oh,
Yeah, Rainbow Six. I like Rainbow Six Extraction.
Biological weapons.
Yeah.
The threat of nuclear war. But now, we face the
COVID.
greatest terror
Division 3.
our world has ever known.
No, I think it's Rainbow Six. Yeah, Extraction.
Yeah. That wouldn't surprise me.
I still don't know about that one now.
Yeah, I mean,
Extraction.
it's definitely not a
What,
game.
aliens? Bio? Or what?
They seem to be infected, but I mean, I think it'll be a cool Back for Blood style game, but nothing worth picking up full price for, in my opinion.
If we want a
It
shot
feels like
at
it would
tomorrow,
be, you might have story, but it seems more like mission-based.
we will
Now,
fix
if it's
this
anything
war.
like Fuse, I'll be down for that at a discounted rate.
we will do whatever
Yeah.
it takes.
Because me, you, and your brother, we had a lot of fun with Fuse and ended up beating that.
As one.
Oh yeah. I just don't feel like it would be Fuse itself. It feels kind of like
Back
one
for
where it's like you
Blood.
just have Back 4 Blood where you just have missions or
Left 4
stuff like
Dead,
you
yeah.
do.
And that's kind of what I'm thinking. If it's not like that, if it's more like Fuse, then I'm more interested. But if it's not, if it's more Back for Blood style, then I'll just wait till it comes cheaper or something.
Yeah.
January.
feels-
So far, none of our predictions are coming to light. Let's see
They
what we
heard us
got.
talk and they're like,
They did, unless they're saving it
Really?
all for the end.
do we pull up Malachi 9-ball and pick some Hail Marys final season stuff?
Hey, you never
End of the-
know. Epic
end of the
One in a
Games,
season.
million.
Remedy, Entertainment.
Ooh, Epic and Remedy. Alan Wake.
Yeah, they talked about that being a remake.
Don't go out.
They're remaking it.
Yeah, it's Alan Wake
Really?
remake. Yeah.
The Deerfest guests have already started to arrive. Just ran into one
Huh.
on the ferry. Famous artist, no less.
Yeah, it's either a remaster or a remake. It's gonna be for the PS5, but I think it's a remake.
My wife Alice, she's missing.
Calm down, Mr. Winter.
Last night I woke up to a nightmare. I was missing a week. What had happened to me? I squeezed the flashlight like my life depended on it. With it, I could save myself. I could save Alice.
I ain't played that in a while.
Carl Stucky. Pleased to meet you.
My name is Alan Wake. I'm a writer.
Remastered, yep.
Interesting.
October 5th. So right around the corner. Less than a month.
I never played the Alan Wake.
GTA 5 coming. I'm gonna bring this down a little bit. GTA 5 coming to PS5. This is supposed to be happening in November, I'm pretty sure. It's a free upgrade for anyone that currently owns GTA.
What about Skyrim?
I mean, that's probably next on the list. This has been sticking around for way too long. Seamless character switching. All right, cool, awesome. It said and much more, but it's just like, what else can you do? You're already.
There we go.
Yeah.
There you go. Right there, you can play online.
You already could.
Now you can play online on your PlayStation 5.
I mean, that's true. If it's cross play, then that would be cool, I guess. All right, cool.
Good job, Rockstar.
Nope, I'm not giving them credit for that.
We make the same game.
Yeah.
Jeez. I mean, they were talking about that beforehand, but it's like they're now just.
It's like Resident Evil.
Ghostwire Tokyo.
Ghostwire Tokyo.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh. Little jitsu action. I ain't picking this up, but this one looks like it's up Nine Balls Alley.
It's up my alley too. You kidding
Is it?
me?
Yeah.
This is Ghostwire Tokyo.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what's it about? Like, I've seen gameplay of it.
Always decry the truth
It's like
when forced to face it. Still your fear. I will be her salvation. Mari. The time is nigh. The world rests on the precipice of transformation. A new age will dawn.
Good luck, guys.
I cannot wait for that. I think that's on my list too.
Ghostwire
Yeah.
Tokyo.
Either
They
on
give a
you
date
or
for it?
No.
Flash.
Well, with that much information, they just kind of gave us the story base in a way.
This is probably going to be.
Oh, what's that Marvel game that's about to come out?
Galaxies.
Guardian.
Yes, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
You came here seeking truth. A choice.
Yep.
The matriarch wishes to share it with you.
United in the light of belief, all suffering, all grief will end.
Oh! Ah! Ah!
What's wrong with you?
Oh, I think I'm having a heart attack.
Cease this at once.
Osmo! How you doing, bud?
Grand Unifier Raker, leader of the Church of Truths.
During that ritual they kept talking about a promise.
It was like they were drinking funky juice or something.
Oh, I got muted. They're singing. They're singing in the background.
Dang it.
Yeah, it's one of those. And that's the thing. Like, I don't know. Like, I know these gaming companies have to know that people are doing these live reacts like we are, so I don't understand why you have to have actual music in the background. Why not just do the instrumentals like you guys have been previously? So, I'm gonna turn it back up. It looks beautiful.
Oh yeah, it looks fun.
It is single player too, so it's gonna I feel like it's gonna have more of that Dragon Age-esque type
choice. I don't think it's gonna have choice type thing.
They already did confirm it's gonna have choice.
Oh, it does?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Now I don't know if the choice is gonna switch the outcome of the plot. Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna do anything like that, but it's definitely gonna switch like who.
I wonder if it's gonna be like Horizon. I wonder if it's gonna be like Horizon's choices towards like you get more people to help you.
It could be. October 16th. There we go.
October 26th. Some of it behind you.
Ooh, what do we got here?
This might be that blood. Yeah, this I think is that blood hunt. I think it's that blood hunt game where it's.
You mean
the red one?
No, I think it's literally called Blood Hunt. Like, unless this is Vampire the Masquerade, but I don't think so. No, it's not. No, it's not. That's not what this is. This is the Battle Royale. Because I played the beta.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is Blood Hunt.
Nosferatu.
Now now with it coming to PlayStation, I might be more prone to try it out. Yeah, I was about to say I played it. Yeah, Blood Hunt, Vampire Blood Hunt, or it says Vampire the Masquerade, but it says Blood Hunt after that. So it's in that world of Vampire the Masquerade, but it's not. Yeah. It's not Masquerade though.
It's their multiplayer thing.
Yeah. Sign up now.
Oh, humans.
Aeon. Are they really showing Deathloop again?
Yep.
Wow, dude.
This now just kind of turns me off even more.
I'm
not saying I'm not gonna get the game or anything, but it's just kind of getting repetitive and annoying now.
Yeah, yeah. I can't believe they're really showing this again.
The visionaries, 8 geniuses who
I really cannot. I don't think I've ever in my entire life seen so much like push for a game on a showcase level than this game, and that's including Cyberpunk. I don't think I've seen a few mentions of Cyberpunk and everything like that, but they are pushing this game hard for some reason. Really hard.
Yeah.
And it's like obviously PlayStation's pushing it, but you also see it at Summer Game Fest. You also seen it at E3. You've seen it everywhere. It's way too much. Way too much. Oh, someone's singing. Dang it. It's fine because we don't. I mean, I care about this game. I think it's cool. Idea is just too much. Too much.
Yeah.
I really cannot believe they're showing this again. I really can't.
I mean, I want to play it. I just like I said, this is just getting annoying.
Assuming they end right at 40 minutes, we got 12 minutes left, so they'll probably show at least 3 more games depending on when they end this. But this is too much Deathloop. Too much Deathloop. And it comes out like around the corner. So it's just like, what are you doing?
Nope.
At this point, I'm gonna have to play the game. They're just gonna tell me all about it.
Pretty much.
Juliana Blake. Next week is when it comes out, and they went ahead and still pushed this game that hard. Alright, let's see what's up.
Is that Outlast?
I don't know.
What'd you say it was?
Outlast.
Oh, it's not Outlast.
Kid Amentia. Oh, they didn't show anything, so that does nothing for me. 10 minutes, home stretch. Let's see what you got, PlayStation. Indie style game.
Grounded.
No. Definitely not. I don't know. I'm gonna leave it. Let me know if she stops singing, because I don't know if that's gonna be copywritten. This is definitely an indie style game. She's still singing?
Yep.
Alright. Yeah, this
Oh,
is
she can take over.
100%. This is 100% indie style game.
Mm-hmm. Made by Activision.
They didn't say that.
I'm just kidding.
I was about to say.
Like are they through singing?
They're still singing?
No, they're done.
Okay.
Oh, wait.
Oh. Don't lie to me. Oh, now the background's singing.
Yep.
Jeez. That's some trash, man.
We got some Moana stuff going on here or something? Like,
it seems like it.
Something.
Tre.
I mean, it looks fun. Don't get me wrong.
That one didn't do anything for me.
Tachia.
Okay.
Player exploration.
Yeah, that did weird. I feel like they should have thrown that one more towards the middle beginning if they wanted to show
I missed
that
it
one.
right in the game. We'll figure it out later.
The transitions that they've been doing with the PlayStation from game to game, that's been PlayStation Studios.
This should be God of War.
The biggest pirate treasure of all time is within our grasp.
They're just remaking this for the PS5.
This
The Tusk of Ganesh.
Uncharted.
That's not an easy find.
They're doing some sort of collection because it has Lost Legacy in there too.
Mm-hmm.
Remastered, yep.
Last I checked, we're all a bunch of thieves digging around where we shouldn't.
NPC.
As great as this game is, I was hoping for something different.
Obsessed with his treasure. It's what they deserve.
That's what they got a remastered version of this.
You said what? I mean, it looks
That's all they
great.
had.
No. They have a remastered of The Last of Us, which is
I
also
thought they had like the Drake collection.
Nathan Drake collection. That just has all of them. That's all it is.
I think they remastered it for 4 or something. Like, because I remember it was on 3.
Yeah, well, the Nathan Drake collection has 1, 2, 3, and I think 1 and 2 is remastered.
PlayStation Studios. PlayStation Studios
It's
at
just,
heart
they
is a
did too much
diverse
with this
and
game.
passionate group of storytellers
Sure.
at our
See
collective
what's going on.
AAA studios all across the globe.
I mean, they got 7 minutes, so.
Driven and inspired by storytelling.
And none of us have scored a damn thing.
PlayStation 5 gives
Here
us
goes some big.
opportunity
They're about to bust out the big guns.
storytelling even further.
They got 7 minutes to
World-class
do so.
development teams at PlayStation Studios have already delivered such incredible gaming experiences for PS5 And we're only just getting started.
Okay.
As you'll see today with the lineup of exclusive games coming from
Gran
PlayStation
Turismo.
Studios, we're going to continue to drive innovation, advance gaming, while always embracing the legacy of PlayStation and creating games that matter. Games that you're not going to find anywhere else. Enjoy.
Was that the beginning? That was not the beginning.
He just told you he's just getting warmed up.
That's,
Almost done.
that's kind of what that Insomniac. This is Spider-Man 2. This is Spider-Man 2. This is Spider-Man freaking 2.
Am I getting points?
You might be getting points. You might be getting points, my guy. You know, if we get struck, I have to play the music for that. So if we get a strike, we get a strike. I think you got some points, man. I think you got some points.
No, that looks like. Wait,
it's PlayStation. No,
no, I'm talking
might
like.
be.
Is that Logan?
That was Wolverine.
Yeah, that's Wolverine. Holy shit! It's not. It's a Wolverine game.
That's a PlayStation Studio game.
Yeah, dude, Wolverine. Holy crap. Okay.
Sounds like Symphony of the Night or Castlevania, maybe.
No, it's a racing game.
Oh no, it's Gran Turismo.
Yeah. So
7.
hey, there, yeah, you got some points right there.
I guess I am getting some points.
Yeah. But hold on, going back to the Wolverine. Is Sony making a Wolverine game a PlayStation exclusive as well?
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. Because they said PlayStation exclusive games.
That is insane. That is insane. Well, the one Wolverine game where it got super gory. What was that a PlayStation exclusive? Was that on everything?
No, that was on Xbox too.
So wow, dude. That is insane to me. There you go. Yep, you got some points. Right now we have Mildewy Garrett in the lead.
I got 1 point.
Yeah. Well, actually, I think you got a couple. I think you got a couple points because it's for everything that's on that line.
What do you mean?
So they're showing GT7. You got a point for that. They're showing literally little clips of the vehicles and everything like that. That's a point for that.
I think they're showing gameplay too now.
Yeah, that's a point for that.
Yep, there we go.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're seeing mechanics. Oh, there you go. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, you can screenshot your cars.
Yeah, that's
all. LOL, I'm driving.
That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool.
Like, look at me. Damn, they're throwing it like, oh look, me and my summer home.
I have a feeling this is gonna be more than 40 minutes because they got 3 minutes, and there's no way they're ending on GT7.
Oh heck no.
There's no way.
I feel like
Did he say 40 minutes?
They said about 40 minutes, so it might be a little longer. Yeah.
I think they shortballed it, and they're like gonna drag you along for the ride. Yep, there's the gameplay.
Yeah, this is the game I'm going to be picking up this game, just so you guys know. I know racing isn't really a lot of your guys' things, but I'm definitely going to be getting it.
Yeah, it's not one of my things, but I definitely felt like they were going to do it. You know, it's been talked about, and this game's got a good following too. Like
Yeah.
it would have surprised me if they didn't announce something with it.
Mm. Ooh, some of those cars look nasty. Hey, if that is gameplay right there, if that was
World War II cheats.
if that's gameplay, they really sold me on this.
They what?
I said if that was gameplay. They really sold me on this. Next game, PlayStation Studio.
Oh yeah, that looks.
McCall's
Gran
Diner.
Turismo 7.
Uh-oh.
Got another PlayStation Studio.
It looks like
Ooh.
Michael's Diner on Goodman.
For as long as I can remember.
Is this Infamous?
Oh shit! It is
Spider-Man. No, it's Spider-Man. It's Spider-Man.
Oh.
Is
Wait,
it
hold
Spider?
Oh!
Yeah, this is Spider-Man. This is Spider-Man.
Holy shit!
But it has Miles Morales and. Is this going to be 2-player?
Oh my god! Are they doing that? Holy shit!
Is this about to be a 2-player Spider-Man?
Yes!
One of you finally give me what I desire.
Man. Oh, they got 2.
Venom? That's Venom. That's
It's
Venom.
got to be Venom.
That's Venom. Yes.
And it's got to it's got to play off of the first one because like you saw Harry he was in the symbiote.
Spider-Man 2. They announced it. Who has that on the list?
Me.
Yep. 2023.
But still. Ooh, I cannot wait.
That was good. That was good. They're doing this transition now, so I won't be surprised if that's what they end with.
Don't know.
We'll find out.
PlayStation Studio. Here's another one. Let's see what we got. God of War. God of War Ragnarok. They're just nonchalantly, casually just drop. Atreus is older. No, he's not. Or is he? He is older.
You're like
he is
a little
older.
bit farther ahead.
Oh, am I? Oh, sorry.
He might be a smidgen bit older, but not like fully.
Yeah,
he's
definitely older.
Yeah, he's a bit older for sure.
Yeah, 100%.
I will not allow you to pick a fight with God.
I don't want to fight anyone. I just want answers.
Morgan.
And if those answers lead to war with Asgard,
Hey.
Maybe that's what Mother wanted.
we do not know what Mother wanted.
Boy.
I recognize that direct.
If they don't end with God of War, and they're not ending with Spider-Man 2, we've already seen Horizon Forbidden West. What are they ending with?
What if there was someone who could help us?
Ooh, I don't know. We'll find out.
The old God of War in these lands.
If this is not the last one, I have absolutely no idea what they're going to be ending with. They're just like nonchalantly throwing these out there, like, oh, by the way, here's Wolverine. Oh, here's Spider-Man 2. That looks like it might be 2
They're
players.
ending like you thought that first part. You're like, does that really what all this? But they're like, yeah, that was a little taster.
Yeah. Well,
now hold on to your pants, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah,
Boys and girls.
I was not expecting that.
Like,
I was expecting it like the way it was going. I was like, okay, this is it. But no, like then Herman Holtz came out there and he's just like, hey, welcome to PlayStation 5, and he showed me all this. I'm getting hyped. I'm getting hyped.
We activated their trap card.
We did. We definitely did. Yeah. Yeah. I'm so in right now.
Oh.
Thor. This was at the very end of the first one. Oh crap! I'm sorry. I just realized not all of us have beat God of War 2018.
No, but it makes me want to go back and play it again.
Dude, yeah, you'll definitely want to. You'll definitely want to.
I heard to really do it really well, like you have to do the side quest missions to get to better armors.
Yeah. You still have to if you want the best armors, but it's not required to beat it. And I don't think any of this is going to carry over, so I wouldn't.
No, it's not. It's not going to carry over. But to beat the main game of God of War, they recommended getting at least some of the better armors.
Are you coming with us?
That's huge. God of War Ragnarok.
You'll get your answers soon enough. Well, some of them.
Release date? Release month? Release year? They're still sticking with 2022. Okay, that's fine.
Exists.
More updates and all right. Wait. What are these
this
updates?
Is a marvel.
What are these updates? Because this might be the Game Pass answers. Or a game.
We'll find out.
This program.
Ooh, it's a game.
Yeah.
It says.
I saw the rating, so I was just.
It's a game. This
the
program contains mature content. I mean, it's suitable for all audiences. Malachi, close your eyes.
Oh, dang! I'm leaving it. I gotta block it. I gotta respect NF. I'm sorry.
You gotta mute it.
Yeah, I gotta mute it because NF is rapping. So all right. So they're giving us an overview right now.
I'm pretty sure that's the end of it.
Well, but why would they say more updates in 10 and then do a countdown?
I don't know.
All right. I like that they did this little like they did this last time too. The last couple times they did like a little montage of all the games that they shown. Mm-hmm. So I do like that, but I will be a little disappointed on how they end this if they just end it with this, because they literally left it open for. All right, here we go.
Showcase. We've got more info and updates coming right now. And I'm, in fact, joined by no less than PlayStation Studios head Hermen Hulst. Hermen, really strong showing here from PlayStation Studios tonight, including an awesome new look at GT7.
This has got to be tech updates then.
Finally, a release date.
GT7 is coming in March, and I don't think fans are going to be disappointed with what Yamauchi-san and Polyphony have been working on. And what we're doing with GT7 is we're pulling from the entire history of the franchise, taking some of the best features into GT7. GT campaign, arcade missions, all that good stuff. And I got a chance to play, and it just looks and plays sensationally. The haptics, the vibrations, you feel the rolls, the pull and the weight of the different cars.
I do want to stick around because I do want to see more of what, like, if they're going to give us anything that's less like different or new.
It makes you feel like you're an incredible.
But when I look at the time clock, it looks like it was around 45 minutes for the actual core game showcase. So I think that God of War was the last thing they showed us.
So it feels like.
It might be one more.
I have a feeling. Oh, that's why I'm sticking around, because I don't want to miss out on that if there is.
I'm gonna step away real quick, guys, to check out my rights.
Yeah, you do that. And Marvel's Wolverine. It's kind of a shock. You work really closely with Insom, Hermen, so what can you tell us about just why Insom gets so fired up about the Marvel Universe?
I mean, Sid, you said it, Insomniac are on fire. They've been just so productive, and I think the team in Insomniac, they're really always challenging themselves to raise the bar with their approach to storytelling and craftsmanship, and it's really evident in the consistently high quality of games that they've been delivering over the years. I think on top of that, they really prize collaboration amongst their team, and that collaboration that also extends to the way that they work with other PlayStation teams, but also their work with their great partners at Marvel. And that collaboration resulted in the amazing first two Marvel Spider-Man games. And I know that Insomniac are.
Dude, I cannot wait for that Spider-Man game at all. I cannot wait for that. That looks so cool.
Did they confirm 2-player?
No, not yet. They're actually talking about Wolverine. But they said because of their success with Spider-Man, they're ready for this.
No, yeah, Spider-Man's been fantastic.
An emotional and a suspenseful journey into Marvel's Wolverine. I think that PlayStation fans are really going to be in for a treat over the next few years.
I think so too.
Very cool, very
exciting.
Oh yeah, Wolverine's got a very suspenseful journey if you know his back lore.
Also got our first big look at God of War Ragnarok. Hermen, what can you tell us about what
they're flying through these like little touch-ups. Which is fine. I'm fine with that. Which that's giving me hope of a one more thing. That is giving me hope of a one more thing.
One final drop.
Yeah.
The bomb.
I can't wait for players to see
the boom.
Yeah.
Between them evolves.
I was about to say they were throwing these games out too casually to be like, oh, by the way, now it's just going to be an interview and that's it. Like I have a feeling that there might be one more thing. If there's not, I will be a little disappointed.
We're going to get an update on God of War Ragnarok from Santa Monica Studio here in just a moment. But before you go, Hermen, I wanted to get your take on Horizon Forbidden West. Now, we've learned that this one is coming out in February. I am sure that by this point you have played it. So, what has jumped out to you? What can you tell us about the game?
I've had a chance to play the game on PS4 and PS5, and it looks great on both. For PS5, the level of detail on Aloy, her kit, her lighting, it's just exceptional. Even more amazing because the environments have so much going on too. From the ruins of San Francisco to those new underwater areas, everything just looks brilliant.
Okay, at least I got a point.
I got 3 points off of the God of War prediction.
The game offers so much variety.
So
based on player
you mean both?
Yeah. So yeah, so there's no kind of bridges. All right. So recapping on this. no Ken and Bridge of Spirits, so I didn't get any points from that. They did God of War Ragnarok reveal, showed that. They showed gameplay, and they didn't confirm a release date. So I got 3 points for that. We still have time, but they haven't announced anything about the PlayStation Game Pass counterpart. There's no Final Fantasy VII Remake, so nothing in that camp. No Bloodborne 2, nothing in that camp. And my bonus of Dragon Age 4, none of that.
I wanted to check in with you two on the big announce we saw just a few minutes ago. God of War Ragnarok.
Nineball got 2 points.
Big look at it
for Horizon.
Actually, Eric, I wanted to start with you. You've been involved
with
every single God of War, including.
And then
make fun of my 2 points.
and Mildewy Carrot got 3 points for God of War as well. Got 3 points. No, 2 points because you got GT7 and gameplay. So you got GT7 gameplay. 2 points for Gran Turismo. You got.
That's the update on that.
So Eric,
you got 1 point for 2. Wait, did they show?
It's always been a tradition.
They didn't show a release date for
Spider-Man.
It comes in 2023, but they didn't have a release date.
So, okay, yeah.
I didn't say release date. I just said release year.
No, you didn't. It's supposed to on here it says that no release date. So you got. So yeah. So you got 2 points for Spider-Man 2 teaser trailer and no release date. It didn't say it was PS5 only.
Exhausted at the end of finishing one of these things. So you got to
and it's not confirmed if it's single player or not.
Well, it did say PlayStation only, but you're right. It didn't say.
It didn't say PS5 only.
Yeah, and it didn't say single player because they didn't give us anything for that.
So, but you still got 1, 2. You still got 2 points from that. So
it looks like you guys. Anyways, with the
simple math says you're winning.
Yeah. Now, granted, there's still hope for a bonus at the very end. We'll see. We'll take a look.
What was Nineball's bonus?
His bonus was it's not happening. Dead Space remake gameplay release date. That was his bonus. Mine is probably not happening either. Which is all of us want EA with our bonus because I had Dragon Age 4, he had Dead Space, and you had Mass Effect 4/5.
Family, drama, if you will, and kind of juxtapose that against big Norse backdrop. And at the end, we just want to have an ending that feels very surprising yet inevitable based on all those things. But it's kind of I'm from the Midwest, so like slice of life, very common, mundane things are just as interesting as big world events, and so we try to collide those things together. It's make an experience that's very worthy of the God of War name.
So with the game officially being called God of War Ragnarok, I guess it doesn't take a genius to think that perhaps Ragnarok factors into this game in some manner. Can you confirm that, Eric?
Yeah, I mean, you can't call the game God of War Ragnarok and not have Ragnarok happen.
That's right.
It's going to happen. We're gonna
I'm very curious. Like later on, maybe not today, but I do want to go back and look at Kind of Funny Games' reaction to this and see what they have to say about what we saw. Because at the very beginning of this, I was liking it, but I was a little disappointed until after Herman was just like, "Hey, here's the PlayStation games, PlayStation 5 games now, like the exclusives." That's when he started hitting us. I was like, "Okay, I see what y'all did. I see what y'all did."
Dude, I was happy on the first game.
Yeah, I was happy. I was happy for what they were showing too. But I was
Star Wars: The Old Republic remake.
That was a blind side.
I don't think anyone saw that coming.
No one did.
But the beautiful thing though is that now that gives me a chance to go ahead and get into this at the ground level because I've never jumped into Coder.
So I can't wait for people to experience more.
So
it's so good.
Now I can jump into it.
I can't wait to see gameplay mechanics because
the minute I see that helmet, Darth Revan, I knew who that was immediately.
Yeah.
Definitely. I mean, Odin is the Allfather of all the realms.
I just feel like I really hope that they did upgrade the story because the story is very short and linear in that game. Even though you got some choices, the choices are more just like along which character you get to keep and like dark and light endings. But I looked at some trailer, like some people who created text documents on the lineage of it, and it's very, very straightforward line.
Did they do? Is there choice like Dragon Age style choices in Coder?
There was. So So there was light, dark, gray, neutrals, but like I said, the choices were very linear. Like, so it didn't change too much.
It wasn't as big
because this was made for the Xbox, so this was very old
stuff. Xbox.
Yeah, like we're talking like original.
Do you think that they're going to take those mechanics and have it to where now it actually can change, or do you think it's going to be a one-for-one?
I really hope that they really have gone and taken it and blown it up, because they have to. Because the way that it played on the old one was it worked for that system, but nowadays I feel like a lot of kids and a lot of newer people would not like it.
It played like a dice rolling game in a way, because you would, whenever you do an attack, it would go off like kind of like a random dice roll in a way with damage and stuff.
Gotcha.
Yeah, they really need to change it up, and I hope they. I really hope they do a full because it said remake, so I really hope that they mean like they have remade it from the ground up.
If they I was about to say, I wonder what developers are looking at the term remake as now, because again, the game going back to Final Fantasy VII remake from the original, entirely. There's still some stuff that's the same, but it's entirely different. So that way, the next Final Fantasy game that comes out doesn't have to hold a candle to the original anymore at all.
That's why I feel like a remake is better, because remastered just means bringing what was built forward to a new.
Yeah, at this point, they have to
remake it. Rebuilding. Yeah. And I'm happy that they're doing that, because, like we said, the mechanics for the old one and the storyline worked for the time it was made. Nowadays,
it didn't age well.
No, that's why when we played the Old Republic game on that 9 to 5, like we said, a lot of the mechanics kind of felt coderish because they just brought it forward and they didn't evolve it. So I'm hoping they evolve this fully, and I can't wait.
The beans and tell you everything that's going on right now. We're actually doing a bunch of stuff. It's really exciting, all the things that we're doing, and you're tempted to know what is this, but I don't really have anything I can talk about right now specifically, mostly because we're really focused on God of War Ragnarok, that I am incredibly excited that I finally understand that that's what everyone was saying, God of War Ragnarok. I was way off. I was thinking it was something else that they were talking about. I think we'll wait to get any deeper into anything else until later.
I'm curious of what he thought they were talking about.
All right. Well, thank you, Corey, and thank you, Eric. And next up, we have Ryan Treadwell. He's the lead producer at Aspyr. And wouldn't you know, just a little while ago, we got the announcement.
I do like that they're keeping these interviews. Yep, here it is.
Of the Old
I'm going to turn this one up a bit.
I guess my question is this like a remaster?
There we go.
What's going on here?
It's so much more. This is a complete
more
remake
information
of this beloved Star
Wars. Complete remake. Complete remake.
Yep. Old Republic remake. We are rebuilding from the ground up while maintaining the integrity of story and character from the original.
So Ryan, how much of a remake are we talking about here? I mean, is
complete.
This updating some graphics?
Thank God. Thank God.
You know, the original Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic is a true classic and one of our favorite Star Wars stories ever. We want to honor that original story and make it as impactful for players today. In terms of the visuals, we have an opportunity to present this story with a much higher level of fidelity than was possible in the past, while making sure that we're being authentic to what players loved about that original game.
So we know Aspyr from bringing classic Star Wars games to modern consoles, but this is a much bigger project than anything the studio's tackled before. So what can you tell me about the team behind the game?
You're absolutely right. While Aspyr has enjoyed a great relationship with Lucasfilm Games through our work bringing
the good news too, as well as that for this for gamers in general, this was the first thing that they shown. So chances of this being exclusive is extremely low. I think it's going to be across all platforms.
We put together a team full of industry veterans from fan favorite RPGs, even including the original
definitely
Star Wars
mentioned that they're going to rewrite the.
It has been a really rewarding
redoing the story
to
match nowadays and be bring back. So I hope that means it's going to be more in depth.
Of course, we're also working closely with the amazing teams at PlayStation and Lucasfilm Games. Together, we couldn't be more excited about what we'll be able to do.
Are they going to hit KOTOR too?
All of us are, of course, huge Star Wars fans too.
We'll see.
I think it depends on how well this one does, how well they did it.
Hold your horses there, Nine Ball. They just announced this beggar out of left field, so let them breathe.
No, he's like, you gotta already be planning it.
All right, thanks, Ryan. Very exciting stuff, and I'm definitely dying to see more of that one.
Thank you, Sid. It will be some time before we're ready to show more, but we're very excited about being able to reveal more in the future.
All right, and that's it for our show. You can catch up on all the big news on PlayStation.blog and check out all the trailers from tonight's PlayStation Showcase on YouTube. Thanks for watching.
Nope, I think that was it.
Yep. Yeah.
That was it.
They dropped the pass. I didn't get my Hail Mary. They dropped it.
Yep. Interesting. All right, well, I'm gonna let that. Let me go and let that play on mute for a second, and I'm gonna reform this little setup so we can talk about it. So, because I'm very, very, very interested in what your guys' thoughts are about all of this right now. So give me 1 second. Anyone that's watching right now live, it'll be 1 second while I get the set up. Bam, bam, bang, bam. Man. All right. There we go. And back over. Okay. So, there you have it. The PlayStation 5 September event. Alright, so what I want to do is actually, let me go ahead and do this. I do want to go ahead and talk about the each game, not each game, but I do want to talk about some of the games that we saw. Let me see if I can rewind it back to the very beginning. Bam. All right, cool. So that's game trailers. Okay. Man, there we go. 32 minutes, 13 minutes. Bam. Okay. So the way, all right, so let's start off with this. The way they started it with the knights, the kings versus each other. Where was everyone at with that? How did that literally, like, it showed the little, like, hey, this all the footage is captured in game, and then they showed real people and they're playing chess against each other. And like this,
I kind of thought it was like GTA or Saints Row-ish. It felt like,
yeah.
But then as they kept going along and they kept throwing in extra stuff, like I saw the Pac-Man on there, I'm like, wait a minute, this isn't like a game thing. This is more like an intro thing that PlayStation kind of does sometimes, or like has their talk about. And then at the end of it, of course, it was play your own way type thing. So that at the end made sense. At the beginning, I could say, if you weren't really paying attention to it, it could get kind of confusing. So
yeah.
But I still liked it. I mean, it was very intriguing and very interesting way to go about going about it too. So, but yeah.
What about you, Nineball? What did that intro do as far as the real live people before we got into the first game? What did that do for you?
Not much for me personally. I mean, it's just for me. It's just an introduction to get people, into it. So,
yeah.
Agree.
I agree too. I don't know. I guess for me it threw me off because I would expect to see this at like a normal commercial because they've had something very similar to this before where you had a guy that was walking by when they said experience greatness. That's when they had their slogan be like that, and it was for the PS4. And he's walking down the street. He's just in a normal suit and everything like that, but you see people from all different types of games having chaos around him, and he's just walking all casually, doing a little fighting here and there, but he's talking about the slogan and like really building up that statement for PlayStation players. And then at the very end, he dives into it and starts fighting and everything like that, and it says, experience greatness, greatness awaits, PlayStation 4. That's what this particular intro had for me, is that it had that energy, so I don't know if I would necessarily, I liked it, but I don't know if I would have that at a showcase. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like, especially coming off the past two events that you did last year, where you started off with, one of them, you started off with GTA 5, which that sunk a lot of people at first. They're like, oh, you guys just trolled us. But then they immediately hit us with the Spider-Man Miles Morales. And that was just like, oh, crap. And then they hit us with banger after banger after banger after that. And then
they're like, psych. Not.
Yeah. and then the next showcase after that, they started off with the strong game too as well. I can't remember what they started off with, but they started off with a strong game. And
I don't remember.
Yeah, and I'm just kind of curious as far as for me, I don't know if I would necessarily I liked it, but I don't know if I necessarily would have had that be your opening showcase before Jim Ryan speaks. If anything, might as well just do GTA 5 again, because I wouldn't have put that
What?
Well, I mean, they mentioned it inside the showcase.
Yeah.
The first game they shown, as Jim Ryan's talking right now on my screen, I know you guys can't see it because I stopped it. Coder. I know we talked a little bit about it. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic remake. I'm gonna let you guys take that one away. Where's your guys' head at right now after hearing about that? Did anybody see that coming? What's happening?
No, I didn't see it coming at all. Nineball?
No. It's a good surprise.
Heard that.
It's a good surprise right there. Very good surprise.
Yeah,
I'm excited for it, especially with what they talked about at the end there about trying to do right by the fans, but also do right by the current day and age audience. You know, of giving more depth to the story, because that's one thing I did mention earlier is that the problem with Coder was, I mean, it wasn't a problem when it was made. It was a really good game. It's a very good classic and all. But nowadays, with the games that you've got released, like Mass Effect, Dragon Age, some of the other games that do choice reactions, stuff like that, you know, choice effects, it would not be able to hold up to those if you were to do a remaster, because they have so much more depth to them. But Coders was very linear because of the time and age in which, with the technology it was made with, it couldn't handle anything heavier. So to not remake the story per se, but to give it more depth, to flush it out, to really bring it more to life, and then give it with the new graphics and all, I cannot wait for it. Now, my only question I did have, that I don't think they touched the game mechanics itself.
There's no gameplay at all. It was
like they didn't even talk about the mechanics. Like when they're asking like what are they doing with the remake and all, because like Nineball said, it's like a dice system. So in other words, you go up to the opponent, it looks like you're attacking him, but it's off of like a random dice chance set based on your stats that the character has.
Yeah.
So I want to know, are they going to keep that? Because that could be a kind of an off-put for some players nowadays, because they like to be in the action. If you're giving them a gun, they want to be able to shoot them. If you've got a sword, they want to do like For Honor or like any hack and slash game, you know. So that's what really is going to sell me more on this, is what are they doing with that aspect of the game, you know. I'm glad they're delving into the story. I'm glad they're enhancing the graphics, but I want to know mechanic wise, how is this going to play?
Right. All right. You don't see it on the stream, but right now, SQ is inside the chat saying, "Lurk, what up, man? Hope you're doing well."
SQ.
I don't know why it's not showing up on here, so I'm going to have to mess with the Twitch chat here a little bit later. One thing that I wanted to point out that I've been noticing when I've been rewatching this is that it does say at the end of the Coder thing, "A Legend remade for PS5." Not saying, again, that doesn't mean that's a PlayStation exclusive, but I think that is a very interesting way to phrase that. Literally saying "A Legend remade for PlayStation 5. Like, I feel like maybe it's going to do like a Ghostwire Tokyo thing or a Deathloop thing, to where it will come out on PS5 first and then come out to Xbox Series X later.
I could probably see it.
Yeah.
If anything, PlayStation, PC, and then to some of the others.
Yeah.
We'll have to see.
And then right after that shows that was Aspire, PlayStation, and Lucasfilm. So I think PlayStation had a hand in helping this out, like actually making this game, which is very interesting. Any additional comments that you have on there, Nineball, for Coder before we move on to the next game?
I was just super excited. Like I said, at the end, though, I know at the end was the big decision, because you had to pick whether or not you was going to go, I believe, Sith, and do your last. You had to pick a certain thing. And what would happen is, I believe you would lose, if you went a certain route, you would lose certain characters.
Yeah. There were certain characters that only liked light side or dark side.
Yeah,
you know? And now, remind me, because it's been a long time since I played this Nineball, but did it have the progression of dark and light like 2 did? Or was it straight just one choice at the end? Because I could have sworn it had progression.
I believe it affected the one chick you was an original that I believe you was linked with.
Coder, I remember, is you started off the game waking up as someone on board a ship.
Yeah.
During like an escape with there was a Jedi person on board.
Yeah, because you had the Wookiee, you had that Twi'lek chick, she was with you. You had the one girl that was a Jedi, she was with you.
You had to rescue. That's the one you had to rescue from that with that race from the slave gangs on that planet that you crashed on or landed on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, I can't wait to see what they do with this game.
Yeah, it's been a while since I played it. I really need to replay
it. Same.
Okay. The second game that they brought up, I'm typing it up now. I think, going back to my comment earlier, I think the chat's actually fine. I think he just did a command for lurking. Because I see your comment in there, Mildewy, but I don't see his. So I think he just did a command for lurking.
He's trying to be sneaky.
Yeah. It's all good. I appreciate the support, man. So, the second game was the Project Eve game. Which I have a feeling, again, I don't think that's its actual title. But that was the one where I know Mildew was like, this looks very familiar.
I've seen. I may have been confusing it. I'll be honest. Like I feel like I've seen games in a similar format to it, like with a similar art style in a way.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not sure if I am confusing with a different game, which I could probably am. You know, it wouldn't surprise me. I would look at a lot of shit. You know, don't look at my Steam list; it's too full. I forget what's on there. You know, and Nightball will back me up on that. But I actually am kind of excited for that game. Like, you know, if it's called Project Eve, awesome. If not, you know, I can't wait to see the new name for it. But looked like a pretty decent hack and slash game. Kind of want to know the story behind a bit of it. So, you know, excited for it.
And it was Japanese voice acting with the English sub on there for us. So the way it looked like that something was going on as far as like in her world, and that their god is a female. And that they're praying to her for strength and everything like that. So I mean, obviously that's not enough to be like, yeah, that's what the story is, because we really don't know. But I thought that was kind of interesting take of how they're going about that. It looked very Bayonetta, even a little bit of Heavenly Sword-ish to me. But yeah, I'm curious about it. I don't know if I'm all fully in, but I'm curious about it. What about you there, Nineball? What do you have any thoughts about Project Eve?
Pretty much with you. I'm sort of interested, but I want to know more about it before I jump aboard or anything.
Yeah. Plus, on top of that, it's a single player. It looks like it's a single player game. I don't think that's going to be multiplayer. So, for me, if it's going to be a single player game, it has to be like a banger single player game, because I like to play with my friends. So with that being said, it's off to the side.
Solo time.
I do on Final Fantasies for sure, and Uncharted and stuff like that. But right now it's just like off to the side for me on that one. Tiny Tina. Where's everyone at for that?
I'll let Nineball go first.
It looks interesting. I haven't played enough Borderlands, really. I need to play in more and more of those. I played a lot of, I want to say one a while back. I didn't play a bunch of 2 or 3. So I really need to get and start playing those.
Mm-hmm.
It looks fun, though. It looks fun and inventive and kind of crazy. So it's still, to me, on my radar for pickup. I don't know when, though, is the question.
Yeah, I beat the first one. I think because I actually beat it a long time ago, and I think I recently, and when I mean recently, I'm talking about like the past year and a half. I think I recently beat it with Mildewy, if I'm not mistaken. I think we beat the first one together. We started the second one. Yeah, we started the second one, but I think we beat the first one together. If not, then I beat it with Abs.
We beat the first one together for sure. I know we kind of got into the second one, but I think you had other stuff coming up on you where you couldn't really play it too much, because I know me and TPF Abyss, we went through and beat it because we were getting ready for 3. And we did the DLCs for it. So, and 3 is fantastic. 2 and 3 are good. Like, y'all are missing out if you haven't played it yet. So good. Single solo or even with people, it's fun. I can't wait for it. I'm gonna say this. Like, I know they did like a little DLC with Tiny Tina on it beforehand. I think in 2, with that. But I can't wait for this. This looks like so much fun. Just standard Borderlands shits and shenanigans. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
All right. Does anybody have anything additional about Tiny Tina before we move on to the next game? No.
Can't wait.
Forspoken. This is the one that was formerly known as Project Athia. So Forspoken, where are you guys at with that?
Looks fun.
Heard that. Actually, I'll start off with it. Square Enix have been getting more inside my good graces even more. They never really fully fallen out for me because one of their games is the games that made me a gamer, as you could say, which is the Final Fantasy series. Absolutely love Final Fantasy completely. I still am interested in trying out the Avengers game. I know that they're actually putting more love into it now. They started off a little off, but now it seems like it's starting to get on track. They actually have a good roadmap and everything like that. And obviously, Greg Miller from Kind of Funny Games is all about the Avengers. He adores that game. But with them having Black Panther, they've have a couple Hawkeyes out there. They're bringing out Spider-Man at the end of this year, like he's hitting 2021 officially this year. I am very curious to see. How Forspoken is going to be. Seeing more of the cutscene sold me even more. I really thought the game looked great last year when you only saw like a little glimpse of it. I even liked it at the state of play at the beginning of this year when you heard the girl talk a little bit more. Now that they showed even more today, like I'm like, this is really cool. She was in a normal modern day world, went through a portal, and now she's back inside this like mystical world, and you see her personality just coming out, and it was funny. It was funny. Like I was like, all right, this is cool. Like they had me all in. Like I'm very excited about this game, and like before this was on one of my like I want to get this a little earlier in the year list. Now this might be like this might be a day one buy for me now.
It definitely had. I'm glad that they showed more like story, like more like what the story is, kind of like what you're doing in that world. Because at the beginning, it definitely looked beautiful and gameplay looked really interesting. But now that we've got story with that gameplay and all, I'm very interested in this game. Like it's definitely risen to the top of my list. Now it's not gonna be like a first day buy for me, probably, but it's definitely on my list to get. It looks really good and definitely single player style. So obviously,
yeah, it was just really cool overall. Like I really do appreciate what they did, what they showcased today. Nineball, do you have any comments on Forspoken? What does this do for you?
It looked interesting. I didn't really know much about Forspoken at all. I heard about it, but that's pretty much only in whispers that it was a game coming out.
Mm-hmm.
But to see it, like I said, it kind of has like that, classic vibe of a person being taken in but the whimsical world. Has a bit of comedy. It looks like it's going to be an all-around pretty fun game. So it is on my radar, and I do want to see more of it.
Heard that. Does anybody have any additional stuff before we move on to the next game?
No, it looks really good. Can't wait for it to come out.
All right. Next one is Rainbow Six Siege. Who wants to start that one?
I will by saying looks pretty and have fun. It's definitely not on my radar to get. I'm not into those types of games really. So if you go for that type of game, it definitely looks good. Now, if it does throw in a campaign mode, kind of like what we talked about earlier with Fuse there, Malachi, I'd probably be interested in getting it to play with friends and all, but solo play or just for multiplayer, it's not really been my type of thing. Although if it did a multiplayer aspect, it kind of looks like it might be kind of like the new Alien Strike team that came out, where it's like you have a mission and you choose it, you go out and do like hunts and stuff against these creatures or whatnot. So, that seems to be about it on that end.
Personally for me, I really like Left 4 Dead 3. I think it looks really good. No, I'm just kidding.
And he said that with a straight face too.
That's for our audio listeners, which we probably won't put this on audio just because majority of this stuff is us reacting to it, so you have to see it. Sometimes we'll go to YouTube or Twitch. But go ahead.
I don't really think that. I don't know about that. It's not really on the radar. Like we got Back 4 Blood coming out.
Mm-hmm.
This one really is just like it looks so far deviated from Rainbow Six. It's like you went from Rainbow Six Siege to that.
Yeah,
it's sort of like I would say it's close. Like I could understand even if the Division had scenes like that in there, it would make more sense than Rainbow Six Siege. I have no idea where they're going. I don't even know where to start on that one. It's not. I'm probably not going to buy it. I might get it down the line if it's like on a deep discount one day.
Mm-hmm.
But and I get some friends to get it, but really, not personally, no.
Okay. I was like, nah.
I'm kind of the same. Like, this is one of the games, I know I mentioned this during the stream too, as we were talking about it. It is one of those games that I'll be more inclined to get it if, on the same boat as Mildewy Carrot, if it's something that's campaign that you could do with your friends, like Fuse, I would be more inclined to get it. If it's something that's like a level by level base, like Back 4 Blood, Left 4 Dead, I'll probably just wait until it's on discount or until it's on Game Pass, PlayStation Plus or something like that, or Game Pass, because it's going to be on all consoles. So who knows? I have to take a look here. Right now, it doesn't do anything for me necessarily, but yeah, I'm curious about that. But as far as me picking it up, like I said, that's probably not happening. The next game that we have was the Alan Wake Remastered. Who wants to take this?
I've never played the Alan Wake series, so I really have no comments on this one. I mean, now that they're bringing it out again, I may look into it, but I don't have much to say.
Gotcha. What about you there, Nineball? I know you probably have dipped your toes a little bit inside the Alan Wake.
Fascinating. I mean, now this answers a lot of questions. For a little bit, they kept pulling it off the market. I've beaten Alan Wake already on, I would say I beat it on Xbox 360 when it came out. And I've beaten it on PC because I got the version on PC as well.
Okay.
It's a fun game. It's unique, and it's sort of like, they kind of did like a Stephen King novel to where a man's wife goes missing and he goes looking for her, but they kind of do like narration, and it's got like a lot of weird mechanics, and you have to use like the light in order to weaken enemies and knock the shield off before you can attack them with your gun. So the light is like your primary weapon. I don't think this is going to be up your alley there, Flash.
You don't think so?
No, this is...
No, I will say, before you say that, I did beat Heavy Rain and I beat Detroit, and I like them both.
This is horror. This is
more dark.
Okay, so your assumptions are correct. I ain't touching this. All right.
You also get attacked by, I can't remember what it's called, the malevolent, kind of like the malevolent entity. Sometimes it just picks up random items and starts throwing them at you and stuff.
You had me at horror game.
It's good. I mean, overall, it depends on where they price it at.
It's a horror game. He ain't touching it.
I know he's not going to touch it, but I would say this is for a remaster. I would say it's where they price it at. That's going to be very important.
Mm-hmm.
This is probably, I wouldn't dare, but even for a remake for this one, I wouldn't dare put it at a full $60, $70. I would say at most $30. Maybe 40, might be pushing it, but I wouldn't put it at $60, $70. For me personally, I'd probably put it around 20, 30 for it would be a decent pickup.
Does anybody... Oh, go ahead.
I'm about to say, the game itself is, like the guy said, it's a description kind of like, you ever read it's kind of like a Stephen King novel.
Mm.
It's like that.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Do you have any additional? Well, I guess that was our Alan Wake expert. So we'll go ahead and go on over to the next one, which we can talk about if you guys want to. It doesn't really do anything for me. It's a GTA 5 PS5 port. Is this interest anybody? Or want to skip it?
GTA 5.
I'm good.
All right. Yeah,
I'm good.
Yeah. We're gonna skip it because. It's GTA. It's what else is there?
It says itself, you know.
Yeah.
If you don't know GTA 5, then you've been living under a rock somewhere, because I'm pretty sure you've heard about it somewhere.
Alright. I must have skipped it as I'm kind of going through here, but I'm going to kind of put this in the same vein. Do you guys want to talk about Deathloop at all? Does it do anything for you?
I've heard too much about Deathloop. I mean, like I said, it still looks like a really good game. I definitely want to get it, but I kind of agree with what the main character was saying at the very beginning of the trailer. Just shut up. I'm like, he says it, like, just stop talking about it and just release the dang game.
Yeah, I'm in that same
what,
vein.
did you think we forgot about it? You know, did we loop back and we forgot exactly what we were looking at? Like, I don't know. Oh no!
Just in case.
Yeah. I skipped it at some point inadvertently. I had to end up skipping at some point as I'm trying to get all these games listed for our, again, like our list in general. But yeah, we'll skip that. Deathloop looks great, but it comes out next week. So if you guys have any opinion about it, just play it next week.
Yep.
Ghostwire Tokyo. Does this do anything for anybody?
Oh, I can't wait for that game. That looks really fun.
Yeah.
Did this today's event showcase even more of any excitement? Did it not change anything? Did it lessen it? Like, what do you guys have with what PlayStation showed today?
I'm glad we got like a story for it now. So beforehand we just got like, you know, the aesthetics of it and kind of some combat, what it looked like. But now we got kind of story backing to it. So I mean, it just keeps me going for it. You know, I can't wait for it to come out.
Heard that. I feel that. What about you there, Nineball?
I still don't really know. Like I think it looks all right, but I don't really know where to place it right now. So it's on my list, but more, I'm gonna say hold for now.
Yeah.
I want to see more of it.
Yeah.
Probably for it to drop before you get it.
Yeah, I'll probably wait a little bit, see what happens. I really don't know where to place it right now.
I feel that.
We know you ain't touching it.
Yeah, I ain't touching it. I ain't touching it. You guys got me twisted. Guardians of the Galaxy coming out next month. Where's everyone's hype level at for that?
Looks very good, actually. Yeah. I get kind of scared the minute you see like a Marvel game sometimes, because you think of a lot of movie license games, and yeah, they don't. Most movie license games not good. Let's just put it like that. This one actually looked like somebody. They look pretty good. Like they put time into it and everything. So I might look. I'm gonna check it out. I want to check it out eventually.
Heard that.
I kind of was eyeball on that one. It looks really good. It looks like it's got the funniness of the Galaxy crew and all, but I'd probably view something I'd wait till after drop point to kind of pick up, probably after I get some reviews and some other feedback on it. But it looks good.
Yeah, I agree. I think and here's something that's you guys probably don't know about me. But like I've never really been a huge superhero person like now. Like I was when I was a kid, obviously. Flash.
Says the Flash.
Yeah. I was when I was a kid, obviously, and there's still some things in their superhero realm that I still love and adore. I think Spider-Man's really cool. Like I like that and everything. I do like some of these movies that's been coming out, but I've never really been like huge on the later part of my years into superheroes. So with that being said, I never dove inside Guardians of the Galaxy, so I don't really know their backstory. I really don't know what their purpose is or anything like that. This game looks interesting, but it'll probably be a game that I would just hold off on and see at a later time period to see how it goes, see how it plays, see how long it is. Maybe I'll pick it up, maybe I never will. But I'm glad it exists, so that way it can have more possibility for games in that similar vein, whether it's superhero or not, with Square especially, but I don't know. We'll have to see. Jury's still out for that one on that one for me. Blood Hunt. This is the game that I beta tested, and this was also part of the Vampires of the Masquerade universe. But it's just another battle royale with vampires and guns and abilities.
So I guess take it away from there, Malachi. How did you feel about it when you played the beta?
I would have enjoyed it more if I had friends. I think I played a couple rounds. I enjoyed the maneuverability of it. I thought being able to, like, the mechanics that they had on there seems like there's some of it that seems very Hunter's Arena, because there's AIs out there that you can heal off of. I think there's even police that will come out and attack you. That's AI police. But your main fight is against you and the other vampires. And that was cool, and the supernatural ability of it is really cool. You can jump really high, you can disappear depending on what type of vampire you are, move really fast, climb really high. Like, all of that was really cool. Like, it felt really good. And I am thrilled, actually, that it's on PS5. But will I ever touch it? If I had to put a cost to it, probably not. And then 2, if I did go ahead and get a cost to it and I have friends to play with, would I pick it up? Yes, but only if I have friends to play with. I don't think I would ever touch it by myself. Like I enjoyed the beta from what I played, but that was it. It was just a fun time, and I wasn't inclined to come back to it. So that's my take on that. But from you guys watching it, does it do anything for you guys?
Kind of feel like the same way as like I would only pick it up if I had friends, probably picking up depending upon cost, price, and all. But it didn't really. I thought it was going to be like an expansion to the Vampire Masquerade universe, but if it's just their multiplayer aspect, I mean, I do play multiplayers, but like I said, friends only. So,
and it is an expansion of their universe, but it's almost like what Final Fantasy is doing with First Soldier, to where you have Final Fantasy VII remake, and then in that same universe is Final Fantasy First Soldier. So it's in the Final Fantasy VII world, but it's not really connected to Final Fantasy VII in any way outside of that.
I mean, it's the same world, but I was hoping like it was like an actual like expansion on story is what I meant.
Yeah, they need to bring out Masquerade first. Like that's still that would. Go ahead.
I was about to say, for me, I think I like certain parts of it, but I probably wouldn't play it. I do like how they gave each race their own abilities.
Yeah.
The original Vampire the Masquerade, if I'm not mistaken, the Nosferatus were very powerful in hand-to-hand combat because they were the most feral. As the Nosferatu, you was unable to, I don't believe you was able to really be out amongst humans because of your appearance.
Yeah.
And each one has their own set of abilities. Some was better in seduction, some better in combat. There was a ton of skills you could go into and all that, and I'm glad they added that. But in the end, unless it does something to really separate itself, it could easily just get lost in the pool of battle royales.
I agree.
And I feel like it's going to hit there.
Now, I will say, me playing it did feel different enough that it could survive. But as far as me as an individual gamer, I just don't see myself playing it as much unless I have a squad to roll with. Like that's how I felt. Like there's definitely a lot of stuff there, and also with, I mean, like for me, and speaking for myself, my wife has been rewatching The Originals, which is a vampire like Netflix series, and so she's been watching that. So I've been actually seeing that. I was just like, all right, that'll be cool to jump back into. Like I'm kind of in that mood now because I've been watching her watch it every so often. But outside of that, it's just like, all right, unless I have friends to play with, it's just not on my radar. If it's a free download, it's on my radar all day.
Yeah, that's probably.
But if it costs like $20, I might consider it if I have enough people that's just like interested in getting it too.
It does have a cult following. Vampire the Masquerade,
yeah,
it's had a cult following for years.
That doesn't
Troca Games it's one of those games that it was interesting because when it first launched, it actually did terrible. It wasn't even complete. It was a disaster at launch, but over time, it just gained steam somehow.
It is.
I find sometimes that does occur with a lot of games you play. Sometimes is that they launch kind of low or even point, and it's not until that you've gotten more and more people playing it and the word spread around that the ball really gets rolling on some of these, like, the heavy followings and all. It's like I don't feel like I've ever seen a game really drop to be like immediately heavily picked up and cult followed too much. There's ones that will do it, but I feel like a lot of it is because it's Steam ball rolled into those massive followings.
Right.
But this was like, I'm trying to think when Vampire the Masquerade came out.
Let's see here.
Because this, I think, was like before like a lot of, YouTube was as big as it is.
Let's see. Looks like Masquerade Vampires Bloodlines launched 2004. Vampire the Masquerade looks like it was back in 2000 for the Masquerade Redemption.
I think it was the original Xbox. Yeah, this was like Vampire the Masquerade.
Yeah, I think it was 2000.
Yeah,
Vampire Masquerade Redemption was 2000.
Was it Bloodlines the first? Oh, well, 2004 was Bloodlines.
Was Bloodlines.
Yeah.
But 2000 was Masquerade Redemption.
And that was the first one?
That's
Vampire the Masquerade. Here's the thing: Vampire the Masquerade has been out. It wasn't always a video game. It was a book. It was a classic book. Yeah. Kind of like those book games. Kind of like Cyberpunk was originally one of those book style games.
Yeah.
That was just like werewolves and all that. No style of games.
Well, the reason why I had that reaction just now because I was just like Vampire the Redemption, the Masquerade Redemption. I was like, wait a minute. It's called Redemption, but it's the first one. But then,
so the actual book itself, the
1998.
actual tabletop was 1998.
Yeah. Yeah, it was published first edition in 1991, second edition 1992.
Now, doing a transfer from that style to a game thing definitely kind of plays into the slow roll into the cult following because sometimes you can't really translate it that well.
Mm-hmm.
But it seems like they did a pretty dang good job. I haven't played this series. It's kind of one that is on my radar, but I haven't played it yet. It's been going. It's still going. So, I'm probably going to try and check it out if I can.
Yeah. I picked it up. I just need to play it. I got it from sometimes they'll run Steam sales.
Yeah,
the game runs super cheap. It may be one of those dollar games.
Now I will say at the end of their the Vampire Masquerade Bloodline, I mean not Bloodline, but Blood Hunt, when they showed that off, it did say that you could sign up for beta/alpha. So I'm wondering if you can actually do that right now.
They announced it. You can do it.
Yeah, I wonder if you can
on
do it right now
Steam,
on
it's
PS5.
free to play.
Oh, that's good news. That's good news for us then.
Yeah, on Steam it says free to play.
Yeah, if it's crossplay, then you guys can have it on your PCs if you want to. Now have it on PS5. I'm not getting it on PC because I did not like obviously I was able to run it, but I wasn't able to run it at the fullest. So I was just
it's got mixed reviews right now out of 3,000 of them.
Mm-hmm.
It is still considered early access. Yeah, it's considered still early access.
Yeah.
Requires third party. Oh, you have to
support.
You have to get Shark Mob. Yep, you have to get Shark Mob. Blood Hunt EU LA. Yeah, gonna put that off for now.
But and again, now keep in mind that the PS5 version you might not have to do anything additional. It should just be standard or whatever. Going on to the next game, they didn't really. They showed a trailer. It was a really short trailer. They showed nothing about it, but something that makes me very interested as to why they have it here is that it's shown to come out this November, and they haven't really shown anything about it. It's Kid Amnesia. That was the game that looked like it was a horror game. They were going up. It was red.
Psychological.
Yeah, it was like a red and black aesthetic, if you will. It's coming up in the middle of almost two bleacher aisles, and then you look at a wall and maybe there's blood there, and that was it. And then it said Kid Amnesia. So Kid Amnesia Exhibition, I should say. But again, it's interesting that it's slated to come out this November. They didn't show a thing about it. So where are you guys at for that?
Need to know more.
All right.
I have no idea where to start on that game. It exists.
There you go.
That's all I gotta say.
All right. With that being said, we'll move on over to the next one then, because again, that's all they showed. There wasn't really much to talk about that. Besides that, they just freaked the crap out of me, and I'm not going to it. Tchia, that indie-like game where the girl's going inside animals and stuff. Does this do anything for anybody?
I'm interested.
I'm not.
I don't know.
I kind of like some of that stuff. So, I mean, I kind of want to know a bit more about it because that ending point of the trailer was kind of confusing because it seems like you've got these spirits on the islands that you're kind of going against. You're trying to help your island against. So, I kind of want to know a bit more about the gameplay, but I was still very interested in it. It's not going to be something that I'm going to drop right away for, but eventually I'd want to get and play it. It definitely looks very interesting. So, yeah.
Heard that. Do you have any additional comment on that there, Nineball, or is it just there?
I want to see more of it. I don't know for right now. It looks interesting. I'm gonna say it looks kind of interesting, but it could also be an acid trip.
Right.
So we're gonna wait and see what happens here.
I mean,
the last game they announced, which is an exclusive, but they announced this before the PS5, before Herman came out there. It is Uncharted: A Thief's End and Lost Legacy remastered. Does that do anything for any? Again, for me, I'll start it off. I love the Uncharted series. I think that they're great games. I think that they're beautiful. I think this is awesome that they're remastering it. I did feel a little empty because I thought they were ending with that for a second. And I was like, great, but not the game.
Realizes it was their hidden trap card.
Yeah. And they faked me out with the ending there, only just to end the way that they did, to where to me it wasn't the most best way. Was it terrible? No. But I wish that they would have ended it off with like a one more thing or a little bit better of a closing versus kind of forcing you to watch the interviews if you didn't want to. Now they kept the interviews really short and sweet and moved on to the next one. That's something I will applaud this showcase for. But I do wish that that they ended it a little bit differently. But going back to the game itself, Uncharted: A Thief's End and Lost Legacy Remastered, I'm glad it exists. I'm not going to be doing anything with it. But I am very glad it exists. I think that would be really cool for people that's getting inside the PlayStation era and want to start off with just the high resolution and all that good stuff. What does it do for you guys?
They played what is that? I can't remember the Nathan Drake games. Uncharted. I don't know why it dropped my mind.
I just said
he's like, what are we talking about?
My brain just shut down
for an acid trip with playing Tachia.
I gotta play them. So this one really didn't do much for me because of which, but it is on my radar to play though.
I heard that. What about you there, Mildewey?
Same as Nine Ball. Like I need to play the series, and now it's on 5. It gives me a chance, but it's like I think I've got it for 3 or Abyss does, so I just borrow it from him and play it on the old system, you know.
I will say the good thing about now, if you wanted to go back and play 1, you could. A lot of people look at 1 as hard to play through because it's dated. It doesn't age well. 2 is good. 3 is pretty good. Like that's when it starts getting. I mean, 2 is actually already pretty good, but 3 starts getting like, okay, this is what's up, and then 4 is like, okay, chef's kiss. This is a great game. Yeah, it's definitely one of those. But the beauty about it is that you can easily, like, though it's recommended to start at the very beginning, it's easily able to catch on to what's going on if you start with 2 or start with 3.
Okay.
So, and I think, and even for 4, they actually even give a little recap, a little small one, but a little recap of what's going on, like what had happened in the past and everything like that. But
previously on Uncharted,
I would recommend it. I would recommend the earliest that you would want to start with is 2. I wouldn't do anything after 2. I wouldn't start to 3. I would just start with 2 and then work your way on up, and you might have the same experience that I did.
Gotcha.
Then we jump inside the PS5 exclusives, which threw me off for a loop. Nobody saw this coming. Wolverine.
Need to see more, but very excited.
Yeah, I mean, obviously I want to see more too as well, but they started it with that. I was like, yeah, I'm very excited.
First we're like, Spider-Man 2? They're like, no, yeah. Wolverine.
But they saw blood everywhere. It's just like, wait, what is this? And Wolverine, yeah.
I thought it was going to be like a Deadpool game. I'm like, wait a minute, they're doing Deadpool?
Mm-hmm. But when they did the little close-up on his fist, I was like, that's Wolverine. And they saw the blades come out.
When I saw just him sitting at the bar in like the checkered shirt and all, I'm like, Logan?
Yeah.
Like, no, that's Logan.
Yeah, you're right, yeah. Old man Logan at that. I think that's what this one is.
Yeah, it's like after everything's happened, like going into the current X-Men series and all. I'm like, wait, was this an X-Men game? Like, this is Logan sitting here. Like, no, it's Wolverine. Like, holy shit.
Exactly.
Like, and he's already got all the baggage on him, guys. Like, if you know his back lore, like, he's got some baggage.
Does it do anything for you there, Nineball? Wolverine?
I'm excited. Like, I want to see more. Like everybody says, I want to see more of it. I'm glad that they're working on it. And it's in good hands with Insomniac. I mean, they did excellent during the Spider-Man series.
Yep. GT7, Gran Turismo 7. I know I'm the car guy here amongst the three of us. Looks beautiful, looks great, has me enticed to go ahead and roam the streets and see what that game's about. I did like some of the user interface stuff that you could do with it. That was pretty cool. Yeah, it looks gorgeous, and I cannot wait to play that on my 4K TV. I cannot wait to play that on that. So very excited about that. What about you guys? Any comment, or we want to move on to the next one?
I'm kind of interested. Like, I don't play a lot of racing games. I played a little bit of Forza, and I played a butt ton of Burnout Paradise and Need for Speeds, like Need for Speed Underground and stuff.
Right, yeah.
It looks beautiful. I mean, the racing games look magnificent. If you want to give your PlayStation 5 the run through, get a racing game.
Yeah. I was about to say, that's normally that's what it is like the racing games tend to look the best on consoles. Like whenever they're trying to push, like, this is what the PS4, this is what the Xbox One, this is what the PS5, Xbox Series X, this is what they can do. Might as well get a racing game and push it to the limit if you want to see what it can really do. So.
And it looks like, too, you can buy. I wonder if you have to repair your car after races, though.
I wouldn't mind that. I would like to have a little bit of that realism in there. I think that'd be kind of cool.
And buy a new car.
Gotta get those side panels buffed out and all from decking your opponent into the wall. Like, get out of my way.
A little bit.
Yeah. I want to say, was it Forza? One of the older Forzas, I want to say. I can't remember if it was Forza G. One of them. One of the couple of older racing games was doing that, where you would have to pay for damages and fix your cars and stuff after races.
That sounds like Gran Turismo, because Gran Turismo on the first one, not the first one, on PS1, you had to, in order to do certain races, you had to get licenses first. So I think that they brought in like a little bit more of that simulation, more of that realism inside their game. So that sounds like a GT thing. But
I think Forza did it as well. I want to say they did because I think a friend of mine, I didn't play much of it, but I'm pretty sure you would have to turn it on. It was like a feature you could turn on. And there was another game a long time ago that did that. I can't. It was like GT something. I remember my brother played it. And you'd have to pay for damages on your car. Your car got messed up and stuff. But that would be kind of a cool feature. Whether you can have it turned on or off, or you can, customize. I do like the simple fact you can customize your car too. They show like, I've seen like on the chart, so they show like car parts. You can get like engine blocks and all that.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. It was pretty
get
cool.
your candy colored cars and everything.
Yeah, they went all out with it. It's like almost like a mechanic shop game now. They didn't like just put it in the sandbox. They picked the sandbox up and threw it in there. Is what they did. Jeez.
Do you have any additional insight there, Mildewy, or do you want to move on to the next game?
Looks pretty.
The next game we have up is Spider-Man 2. Looking at this, I have a feel. This looks like it might be multiplayer. It looks like it might be a 2-player Spider-Man game.
Possibly, yeah, because of was showing with him and Miles, especially doing that combo move. Now, granted, you possibly could still do that single player.
Yeah.
Now, they could give you the option for multiplayer coming into it, saying, yes, you can play with someone else co-op split screen, or you will do it just, single player, and then have whichever one you're not BB and AI, kind of like switch around like that, between one or two. Between Peter or Miles. Now, one thing I am going to say that's kind of curious is the fact that they said these are PlayStation 5 exclusives. I feel like, I know we said that you didn't get points for this, but I feel like this game could be PlayStation 5 only. Because especially if they're going on with like the newer engines that they've been releasing, especially to run on 5 with the higher end graphics, mechanics, and all that, I feel like it could be 5 only, especially since it's coming out in 2023.
Yeah.
That's a good bit of time to go past to where I feel like it's not going to go backwards on 4.
No
offense to everyone else out there.
No, I do. I actually do agree with you on that. I don't think it will be a PS4 game, but at the same time, I think that I think these people trying to get these consoles out of there is still going to be a problem, probably even until 2023. But 2, I think that 2023 is the latest they can possibly go to get away with still putting stuff on the PS4 as well, like the new games that's coming out. That's what I personally think. So I mean, they didn't confirm it was a PS5 exclusive. They did say it's a PlayStation exclusive, but they didn't say it was console exclusive yet.
Yeah.
So that's something to definitely keep an eye out for. Us 3 inside the chat, we don't have anything to worry about because we're already set with both last gen and current gen. But for those that are trying to get your hands on a PS5 still, I'm telling you, you might want to try to do it now. I wouldn't want to wait. I wouldn't recommend waiting just because it sounds like overall it's going on a corporate level. It's going to be hard to still get both consoles. It's still going to be a challenge.
Going to be a challenge, especially nowadays, because I've been hearing a lot of stuff on. I'm trying to remember the terminology for it on pretty much on inventory ends. So in terms of getting stock and supplies and stuff like that, there's going to be feels like a lot of delays and some shortages on stuff. So
it's I can't remember. There's some specific part shortages. I believe I was hearing.
For PlayStation 5, I think it was chips.
Well, that's chips and for Xbox as well.
I think it was chips and graphics cards. I think it was. I know chips was the main one I heard talk about, but it wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah,
at all.
It's just a rough time period right now for anyone that's trying to get one. So, like I said, trying to get one, lock it in right now. Definitely keep on trying. Don't give scalpers your money. It's not worth it. It'll never be worth it. Yeah. But yeah, I'm very excited for Spider-Man 2, and I cannot wait to see. I have a feeling that Carnage is going to be in there too. I have a feeling that Carnage is going to be in there. That would be pretty awesome. Yeah.
Throwing Carnage, I would see maybe as a DLC. Throw Carnage in there.
I think he's too big of a villain. I think he's too big of a villain to be.
Carnage
DLC.
didn't come about till after
Venom.
Venom was fully out and about for a good while.
Now here's the thing. Here's the thing. I agree. I don't think Carnage will be DLC. I think he'll be his own thing if he's not inside this game. But what if they take a playbook out of the movie Venom to where you have the other Venoms that's out there as DLC?
But like Riot?
Yeah, like literally all the other spawns of Venom itself. Because Carnage was technically cameoed in that movie, but I don't think he actually made a full-fledged appearance. But again,
Carnage has made appearances here and there, but he's never been full-fledged. That's why
I'm talking about the newest movie. The movie that
Let There Be. Oh, the movie that came, and not the movie that the movie that Let There Be Carnage.
No. There's
the Venom Part 1.
Yeah, Part 1.
Yeah, they just showed a small cameo of Cletus Cassidy at the end. That wasn't Carnage at all.
Yeah,
it hadn't turned into Carnage yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying is that and the reason why they kind of built up to that is because Carnage is on that same level as Venom. Venom is obviously more popular, but Carnage is on that same level as this is Venom, but worse. Like, he's dangerous, and I don't know. I feel like he's too big of a villain to just throw him inside of a DLC.
No, they'll probably, if they put him in, I feel like they probably put him in like his own game. Mm-hmm. And if it's DLC, it's going to be massive.
Well, they had the Venom Let There Be Carnage game that came out in
I remember that.
Looks like it says here March 2021, October.
There's no Carnage game that came. There's no Spider-Man game that came out this year.
No, movie. Sorry, movie. My bad.
Yeah. Movie, that makes sense. But yeah, I was about to say.
I read it wrong. So they got that movie coming out. So maybe they might do it, or maybe it'd be held for later on. But I feel like doing Venom and Carnage at the same time would take some very, very interesting storytelling to do. Because, like I said, Carnage did not come till way after Venom, because Carnage, from most stuff I remember reading, was born from Peter Parker's blood being reintroduced into the Venom symbiote to then create the Carnage mutagen.
Actually, it was from, unlike Cletus, what's his name? Eddie Brock, to where his fell on his. Mm-hmm. Cletus Cassidy's entered into his blood.
Yeah, and he's already an inmate too, as well. Yeah,
and he was while he was in the prison, and that's how he got his infection. That's the reason why his is so different than Carnage.
But even outside of the Venom that's in him, which again is Carnage. Even outside of that, he already was a nasty person. He already
Cletus Cassidy was a serial killer.
Yeah. My stuff was based on the cartoon series. That's most of where my time is spent is down there. You know, I like that stuff. Sorry, you know, hate me for hating. You know, I don't hate it.
No hate.
No.
But yeah, I mean, it definitely shows though that they do different storytelling effects to get to the points in each area. So, but I definitely feel like if they bring Carnage in as a full-time character, it's going to be in a separate game. Or if they do something, you may see a DLC point with him, kind of like they did with the with Black Cat in the first one of Spider-Man, and then you may see more later on. But I don't feel like he's gonna be in the main core game of this. It's gonna be mainly Venom.
I was about to say I wouldn't be surprised if he is in the main core as far as like him teaming up with Venom, but then like he ends up.
They do not really team up.
They teamed up. They teamed up in the series. They teamed up in the series a couple times.
Not really.
Now was it pretty? Was it pretty?
It was Spider-Man to deal with Carnage.
That's a symbiotic. We're just going to kill things moment, and that's very rare.
But I was just saying, I wouldn't be surprised if they did something along the lines like that to where they did team up, and then at the end of this new Spider-Man 2. He ends up going even beyond crazy and beyond like drastic, into where even Venom is just like, "Crap, dude, you're crazy." And then Spider-Man 3 is like trying to fight him. And kill him or whatever.
Venom's crazy itself. Venom is its own mindset and its
not
own
as crazy as Carnage is the definition
Venom's
of crazy.
evil, but Venom's not like later on in
Venom's
that
not
comic
psychological.
book series. Venom actually turns good.
No, not Venom. Did I say Venom? I meant Carnage.
Oh, Carnage!
If I've been saying Venom,
Carnage is pure evil.
Yeah,
pure evil. But I think this is too early in the universe. I think this is too early in the universe to throw Venom and Carnage together.
Yeah, if I was saying Venom, let the record show that if I was saying Venom that whole time, I definitely was meaning Carnage. Like, he's pure crazy. So when you guys were saying that he's not crazy, I was like, wait, what are you guys talking about? But no, he's pure
Venom's
crazy.
Very symbiotic and very hungry and hunting in a way, but he's not psychological like Psycho. But I really am curious on like how they're going to do it, because if we remember at the end of Spider-Man 1 is that Harry was being encased in that Venom symbiote because he was trying to get healed by his dad, Osborn. So I'm wondering if we're going to see maybe a resurrection of the Green Goblin in some way.
That would make sense.
Yeah, we might.
But too, you also have like for Spider-Man in particular, you have a pretty huge rogues gallery of villains.
You got Green Goblin, Hobgoblin, Kingpin.
You have the Shocker.
Yeah.
Rhino.
You got so many.
Yeah. You can have Black Cat, Morbius.
I wouldn't consider Black Cat a villain though.
Black Cat's kind of like the
vigilante.
Catwoman,
she's kind of like
Batman. That's what Black Cat is.
She's kind of like the Gotham Sirens in a way, you know.
Yeah,
like she was roguish, but then she's kind of like Black Cat.
She kind of plays
or like
in between.
Catwoman.
Yeah, she's literally that vigilante type to where like she'll do stuff that's not heroic, but then she'll also do stuff that's like not heroic per se, but not all the way evil.
Yeah, I'd compare her to Catwoman.
Yeah,
like I think Nimble said it, but
you have the Lizard. Doc Ock.
Before we go any further inside the Spider-Man universe, we do got one more game to talk about, which is God of War Ragnarok. Where's everyone's hype level for that one?
Oh, it looks fantastic, and I gotta play the first one.
Yeah, the cool part about that is basically you can start at God of War 2018. By the way, you don't have to start at the original 3.
Yeah, now there still is. You're correct. You're 100% correct. You don't have to start at the original 3. There are some stuff that would be important to know from the original 3 going inside 2018. Again, like more of like Kratos' wife. Well, I guess they said it in there, but Atreus his real name is actually Loki. So just throwing that out there. They said it inside the trailer, which is why I'm saying it now. So but his real name is actually Loki, and you kind of find a little bit more about that. Ragnarok is him trying to find out who he really is. And it's pretty cool of what they're doing. I think it's cool how they make him a little bit older, how they connect it to. Yeah, like I said, God of War 2018 is a game that that was actually my jumping off point. I tried to get inside God of Wars earlier. I didn't really own God of Wars, so I didn't get very far at all. It was more of like a friend's house, and I didn't really know too much about the lore. Actually, at that time, I didn't really care about the lore. I just wanted to F stuff up. But 2018, my buddy let me borrow it, played it, beat it, enjoyed it, and now I'm ready for God of War Ragnarok.
Yep.
Boy.
Yeah, I think you could easily get away with playing just God of War 2018. Now, there, like you said, there's be some backstory stuff that you could easily probably just Google on the fan pages. You don't need to play the original games for to get into this. And I think that it feels like it's almost a completely different game from the first ones, to be completely honest, from the first three. Like, in terms of some mechanics and play styles, like I feel like
100%.
It's way different. And I feel like I've seen my cousins play it before, and I feel like I liked this one much better.
Yeah, 2018 already was a huge different turn than the first three. And this is based off of the 2018 mechanics, but probably expanded, especially now that they can throw SSDs in there, that they're going to have the Unreal Engine 5 probably more. I'm pretty sure they probably use the Unreal Engine 5 for that. Like, there's so much more that they could do with this now, bringing it to the next gen console. So we'll see if it's still going to stick with 2022 or if it's going to get pushed back to 2023, 2024. But I am excited about it, and I'm excited that they showed gameplay of it, which is cool. And that's actually all the games that they showed. Then they went and said interviews after that. Before I go ahead and give you guys a last little reminder of how we predicted Nineball, did you have any comment on God of War?
I'm just excited to see it. It looks amazing. I need to play the original, like to the 2018 version, but
you didn't buy it, did you?
Actually,
because if you didn't,
I don't think I did.
And that's actually okay because it's part of the PlayStation Plus collection, so you actually have it already.
Yeah.
So that's one of the beautiful things about that collection is that they're giving you they're like, hey, this is what you missed in PS4 era. Here you go, and now you can play some of these banger types on your PS5 completely free. So once again, this is what our prediction list looked like. Obviously, the winner is Mildewy Carrot. But we're just going to go ahead and run through this and give you guys the heads up. So for Kenna, Bridge of Spirits, Another Look, that failed. So 0 points for me on that. God of War Ragnarok reveal, they showed that. That's 1 point for me. Gameplay, they showed that. No confirmed release date, they showed that. So that was 3 points for me. PlayStation Game Pass counterpart / answer. Jim Ryan, what are you doing? Because that failed. I did not get any points for that. Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2 reveal, that failed, so no reason to talk about the rest. I'm hoping that means, since we didn't see it here, I'm hoping that means that they're going to show at the Square Enix event in October at the because that's like close to October 1st, I think. Bloodborne 2 reveal trail, and these were my Gatorade get hype moments, by the way. That failed. so nothing there. Yep. And Dragon Age 4, that was my bonus, and that failed. So nothing for that. So I ended off with 3 points for this prediction. It's the Nineball. Horizon Forbidden West. That almost failed. That made it because of the interviews. So you got a point for that.
Nineball's like squeaky bad.
Yeah. So there. Horizon Forbidden West.
My card face down.
Horizon Forbidden West. More gameplay. They showed gameplay, but they didn't show more gameplay. Everything that they showed was stuff that they've already shown off. So that no points for that. But there was interviews / behind the scenes about it. So you got 2 points for Horizon Forbidden West. Stray, that failed. So we're not going to go any further with that. More definitive on storage expansion. That failed, so we're not going to talk about that. Silent Hill Remake failed, so nothing about additional about that.
It's going to come true one day. Just watch.
Ghost of Tsushima 2 failed, so nothing with that. And then he
dropped it. He dropped the pass. That's what happened.
His bonus was Dead Space Remake failed, so no points for there.
He lost that paper. I swear to God, he was supposed to say that. He lost the paper.
he got Nineball got 2 points for that. And then lastly, our winner with God of War Ragnarok gameplay teaser got that. Well, I didn't separate it, but this is what it is. God of War Ragnarok, check. Gameplay teaser, check. No release date. They had a release year, but no, I don't think they even have a release year. But no release date, check. So that is 3 points right then and there for Mildewy Carrot. Then they had Gran Turismo 7. Check. Gameplay. Check. Release date. They didn't have a release date. So that was right there. They had a release year, but no release date. So that's 2 points additional. So he has 5 points right now. The Last of Us faction, The Last of Us 2 factions, that failed. So no, nothing further with that. Metal Gear Solid Remake, that failed. So nothing further with that. Spider-Man 2 teaser trailer. They had that. That was a point. No release date. They had a release year, but no release date. So that's another point. They didn't confirm it was PS5 only. They confirmed it was PlayStation only, but not PS5 only as of yet.
I still think it's 5 only. he's trying to save himself and it ain't working there, folks.
So no points for that. And then single player is what he confirmed it as. As of right now, they didn't confirm it. It looked like it may be multiplayer, but they didn't confirm it was multiplayer either. So no points for that either. But that was 2 additional there. So that's 1. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You got 8.
Oh, 8. Okay.
Yep, you got 8 points for that. And his last one was Mass Effect 4, which failed. So our winner, by default, is Mildewy Carrot with 8 points.
I was close.
Close to second, maybe. So there you guys have it. Yeah. So there you guys have it, guys. That is our PlayStation showcase reaction. So I don't think we're gonna get any more major console showcases this year. We still have Square Enix that's coming out in October, and that might be the last one, the last big one. And even then, I don't think it's going to be on the level of like Xbox, Nintendo, PlayStation. I think it'll be like a peg underneath that. So we'll have to be on the lookout for that. So be on the lookout for if we're able to live react to that one. Today, here probably in like an hour or so, we're going to do our Smite Night segment. We're still on track for that. So be on the lookout for us streaming and screaming. You feel me?
Gank middle! No, middle, not left!
Why are you back at the fountain? Malachi! But we'll...
I was out of mana. I don't want to hear it.
But yeah,
cancel that.
But be on the lookout for that. As we're going to be streaming, we typically go until about 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but we'll see how that goes. This Saturday is our 9 to 5 segment. We do this once a month. We stream from 9 a.m. until 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with the hour lunch break in between. The last 30 minutes of the stream, we talk about what we just played, and it's going to be Remnant of the Ashes on console. So you guys don't want to miss that 9 to 5 segment this coming Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then followed by next Tuesday, which is going to be our Alt Thins Gaming, which we might talk a little bit more about this. We'll see what news pops up for Alt Thins Gaming episode 64, I think it is. I believe it's episode 64 for YouTube and Twitch. Right. So be on the lookout. So we'll find out on Tuesday. It's
another episode of us just being idiots
and having a good time.
Amen.
Until next time, everybody. Control, Alt,
Complete.
Peace.